From the L28 studio here in Lancaster, California, I'm Joseph Leo.
And I'm Jacobo Garrido.
On this episode of L28 News, we recap the Field of Draughts Beers Festival's energetic debut at the AV Fair and Event Center, highlighting craft brews, local wines, and community spirit. Mayor Parris journeys to Japan, where he advocated for net zero emissions at the STS Forum. And from Lancaster's police department shares vital safety tips with viewers, and a heartwarming free food distribution event by Salva in the Lancaster School District.
We also cover Street Company's Thanks Gala at the Museum of Art and History and the Children's Center of the AV's new youth building grand opening. Then local student athlete Naya Price from AVHS celebrates the signing of her national letter of intent, and we wrap things up with the crosstown varsity football showdown between Lancaster High School and AV High School in the CIF playoffs.
The 2024 Field of Draughts Beer Festival in Lancaster debuted at its new venue, the AV Fair and Event Center, ushering in a fresh annual tradition for local beer lovers. Previously held at the Lancaster Municipal Stadium, The Hangar, the spacious new setting provided an ideal atmosphere for attendees to enjoy handcrafted beers, wines, and food trucks while dancing to live music and engaging in interactive games. With exclusive ticketing options offering specialty brews and perks, the festival highlighted over a dozen craft beer vendors from the western U.S., creating a memorable celebration of community and holiday cheer. This move marked the successful evolution of the beloved event, promising even greater festivities in the years ahead. Let's dive into the festivities and connect with our correspondent Jacobo Garrido as he taps into all the buzz and brings our viewers the full story from the heart of the event.
We are having our Field of Draughts, our annual event, and we do it every year, and I think it's just as successful as it has been in the past. I love the tradition. Everything has just been wonderful today, and the fact that there's food and drink, nothing brings everyone together at the table like some good food and some good drinks.
It's definitely growing every year, and even through the COVID, that's the only time I think we missed out, but beside that, we've been good. It's growing numbers of every time vendors and our local community, and I have met some people. They came from the neighbor cities. Everybody want to have a fun, and it's a beer fest, so it's I would say it's a majority of the people like what they love, food and drinks and beers. So I think it's good for everybody, and it's good for our city. It's good for our small businesses.
I grew up here. They grew up here saying there's not much that we did. There's not much to do here. This will show there is a lot to do here. We're a progressive community. We're looking forward to making the stadium bigger and better. And while we do that, we moved over to one of our other facilities, which is the fairgrounds.
We usually have a great turnout and a great participation, and I hope everybody's safe. And if you missed this year and you've missed one in the past, then maybe you'll join us next year.
Thank you, Jacobo, for that great segment, and thank you, Jacobo, for joining us.
I'm here.
You're here.
And you were there at the beer festival.
I was.
So tell me, what were your favorite moments, your favorite beer? What kind of music did you like?
Jacobo, it was a great time because it really displayed Lancaster's ingenuity. We don't have the stadium available. We do have facilities at the AV Fair and Event Center. Let's go ahead and use that, and they did their thing.
Yeah, we were talking to a lot of local residents or attendees who attended this year's Field of Draughts Beer Festival, and going into it, they sounded a little unsure. They didn't know how it was going to turn out, but I think everyone was in a general consensus of this is I think the new home for the Field of Draughts Beer Festival. There was tons of space. We obviously still had the grass, but everyone was just enjoying themselves.
Absolutely, and shout outs to the city of Lancaster for putting it on, all the vendors that were there, much appreciation, and we can't wait till next year.
Mayor R.X. Parris proudly represented our city on the global stage during the recent 21st Annual Science and Technology in Society STS Forum in Kyoto, Japan. In a powerful speech, Mayor Parris shared Lancaster's journey as a pioneer in sustainable energy, achieving net zero emissions, and underscored the city's role as the first hydrogen city in the United States. His remarks aim to inspire other cities worldwide to adopt similar pathways towards decarbonization. During the Action for Net Zero Emissions panel on October 6, 2024, Mayor Parris joined prominent leaders including Tatsuya Terazawa of the Institute of Energy Economics in Japan and Lawrence Piketty of France's Atomic Energy Commission to discuss transformative pathways for achieving global decarbonization. Parris highlighted Lancaster's innovative use of the world's first public hydrogen utility, FPH2, and called for broader international collaboration on sustainable energy solutions. And quote, Lancaster's journey to net zero is a testament to what's possible when communities embrace change, challenge norms, and champion sustainability. Together, let's reimagine energy, rethink our impact, and reshape the world, said Parris. The STS Forum, established in 2004, gathers world leaders in science, technology, and policy to address urgent global challenges. This year's event drew influential figures from government and industry, underscoring Lancaster's place among innovative cities committed to a greener future. Reflecting on Mayor Parris's leadership, Lex Heslin, CEO of Enzo Infrastructure, noted, "It's an honor to speak alongside such influential figures in Kyoto, where the Kyoto Protocol was established to reduce greenhouse emissions. Mayor Parris's vision for Lancaster's evolution beyond net zero is truly inspiring." Under Parris's leadership, Lancaster is paving the way for hydrogen adoption across Southern California. To stay up to date with the latest news here in the city, subscribe to our YouTube channel by scanning the QR code on screen. Don't go anywhere. After the break, Officer Casey Perkinson, the first officer sworn into the newly established Lancaster Police Department, joins us in studio to share essential safety tips for our community. We also cover the free food distribution event hosted by the Salva organization and the Lancaster School District.
Welcome back to L28 News. Coming up, Officer Casey Perkinson from the Lancaster Police Department joins us in the studio to share crucial safety tips for the holiday season. Plus, details on how the Salva organization and the Lancaster School District are teaming up to provide free food distribution for our community. As the holiday season approaches, it's time for celebration, family gatherings, and making memories. But it's also a time to stay vigilant when it comes to safety. From protecting your home and belongings to ensuring safe travels and shopping trips, there are many precautions to keep in mind. Officer Casey Perkinson of the Lancaster Police Department joined us in studio for our conversation with L28 correspondent Ryan Mitchell. During this segment, he shared essential safety tips and practical strategies to help you and your family enjoy a secure and worry-free holiday season. Officer Perkinson will also touch on general safety tips for our community, including how neighbors can work together to keep their neighborhoods secure and what to do in the face of a public safety threat. Stay tuned for his advice. It's information you won't want to miss.
What are the most common safety concerns during the holiday season?
The two most common that I can think of right now are burglary and theft. At around this time of year, criminals are out looking to see, whose homes they can, take advantage of if they're not secured up, or who's leaving packages out on their doorstep, as Christmas gifts and what have you. And then theft, who's leaving stuff out in plain view in their vehicles while they're inside shopping.
That makes a lot of sense. And with so many people traveling during the holiday season, can you share some tips to our viewers on how they could keep their homes secured and prevent those thefts and burglaries?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, windows shut and locked, doors shut and locked. If you have, Ring camera system or any security system, make sure it's up and running in good working order. And then, especially late at night, porch lights, floodlights, motion lights, those all help to deter criminals.
So as we all know, there's a lot of travel going on this time of year. How can residents, viewers stay safe, especially when traveling by car?
Yeah, if you're traveling long distances, first and foremost, you want to make sure your car is prepared for the trip just as much as you are. So, make sure the oil is changed, you got good tire pressure, gas is topped off. You want to check the weather forecast too to make sure you're not going to hit any bad weather along the way. And if you are expecting bad weather, you can be prepared for it. Make sure you have an emergency kit available in the car. And then last I would say is plan your route appropriately. Know when to take stops, know when you need a rest, know when maybe you need some snacks or something to drink along the way.
Well said, well said. Officer Perkinson, how can shoppers stay safe while they're checking off their Christmas lists?
Yeah, when you're walking to and from your car, when you're out shopping, be it at a mall, a specific store, or maybe even a grocery store, stay aware of your surroundings. Meaning, as we like to say in our line of work, keep your head on a swivel. Right. Especially this time of year, criminals are always looking who to take advantage of, who's not paying attention, who's leaving their cars unlocked, windows down, maybe even running. if you're going to be in and out, don't leave your car running. It takes 2 seconds to lock it up and roll up the windows, and it takes 2 more seconds to unlock it, get it in the car, and start it back up. So be aware of your surroundings, make sure everything's locked up. And last, if you are leaving anything of value in your car while you're away from it, make sure it's out of sight.
Really well said. And how might having headphones on maybe deter your ability to keep your head on a swivel and be aware of your surroundings?
Yeah, so obviously with headphones on, you're not gonna be able to hear things, if there's someone walking up to you, someone yelling at you, maybe even if there's a car approaching you from, behind you that you can't see, you're not gonna be aware because you can't hear it.
With more and more people receiving most of their groceries and goods by mail getting delivered to their homes, how can we keep our packages safe from theft?
Yeah, best practice is to make sure you're home when those packages are being delivered. If you can't be home, ask maybe a family member or friend or even a neighbor that you trust to pick up those packages when they're delivered. And as a last resort, if no one's available when those packages are delivered, ask the delivery driver to maybe hide it in a secure, hidden location.
With New Year's just around the corner, how can viewers stay safe when celebrating during this New Year's, especially when in public?
Yeah, New Year's is always a great time to celebrate, and I think a lot of people like to partake in that celebration. So if you're going to celebrate, stick to your group, don't wander off. There is strength in numbers. Stay in well-lit areas, and if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. And if you're going to be on the road, don't be on the road too late.
I love that. That is fantastic advice. In terms of community safety, what can residents, neighbors do to help keep their neighborhood safe?
Yeah, if there's anything suspicious or that they deem to be suspicious activity, always call 911. It's better to be safe than sorry. If you see something, say something. And build a relationship with your neighbors so you know who is supposed to be in the neighborhood and maybe who's not, a usual in that neighborhood. And then also join, your local neighborhood watch program, That's another great way to get to know your neighbors, voice your concerns, and then be able to work collaboratively to kind of combat any of those concerns that you may have.
So when out with friends, family, celebrating the holidays, maybe even the new year, what's some advice that you would give to someone who unfortunately finds themselves in a public safety threat scenario?
If you're in a public safety threat scenario, first and foremost, stay calm. It's hard to be able to think rationally when we're stressed out, so do your best to stay calm, get to a safe location. Finding a safe location will help you stay calm or even get calm if you're not calm yet. And then lastly, call 911.
For families in the Antelope Valley, especially those with young children, what are some safety skills or training that they should be aware of and be prepared for?
Yeah, kids should know how and when to call 911. They should also know who's allowed to pick them up and who's allowed to drop them off at certain locations, be it school, daycare, a family or friend's house. And then lastly, kids should also know, their home address. If there's an emergency at home and they need to call 911, we as police officers or firefighters or paramedics know exactly where to go in case of an emergency.
And I know a lot of parents prefer to use a keyword or a passcode so that they know that, it's an authorized family member or friend picking them up. What do you think about that strategy?
No, I think it's great. If the initial plan was, hey, mom or dad, are you going to pick me up? And it ends up being maybe a family friend or family member that the child wasn't suspecting to pick them up, mom and dad can, have a code word with the child so that that person picking them up says, hey, the code word is, in this example, dolphin. And the kid's like, okay, I know this person spoke to my parents and they're supposed to pick me up.
That can definitely be life-saving.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for your time and for sharing valuable insight into safety strategies and key tips to keep our community safe these holidays. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
We hope Officer Perkinson's advice helped you and your family enjoy a safe and joyous holiday season. If you have further questions or need assistance, please contact the Lancaster Police Department at 661-723-6063 or email publicsafety@cityoflancasterca.gov.
On Friday, November 15th, the Lancaster School District, in partnership with the Salva organization, held a successful free food distribution event at the district's Welcome and Wellness Center located at 44308 Hardwood Avenue in Lancaster. The event commenced at 9:30 a.m. and continued until supplies were exhausted, providing essential food items to numerous families in the community. The collaboration between the Lancaster School District and Salva aims to address food insecurity among local families by organizing regular food distribution events. These events are scheduled on the second and fourth Fridays of each month, ensuring consistent support for those in need. The final food distribution for the year is planned for December 13th at the same location and time. Community members are encouraged to attend and are reminded to bring reusable bags to carry the provided food items. Looking ahead to 2025, the free food distribution events will resume on the second and fourth Fridays of each month, continuing the commitment to support the community. For any questions or further information, individuals can contact the Welcome and Wellness Center at 661-471-3712. The Lancaster School District and Salva remain dedicated to serving the community by ensuring that families have access to necessary resources, thereby fostering a healthier and more resilient community.
You know what, Akobo, when it comes to stories like this, it really warms my heart because, it really highlights the spirit of generosity.
No, I love to see when other community members uplift our own local community, because there's a lot of people out there who are maybe more in need than yourself. So why not, give out some free food, make some families' days. And not only that, this food distribution event was really nice because it was kind of like a drive-through. There was a long line, but people would pop open their trunks and then they would just bring the food right into their car. So it was really nice and accessible for a lot of people.
So shout outs to the Salva organization and the Lancaster School District for helping out and serving the community.
Coming up after the break, we'll continue to take you inside the Museum of Art and History's Lantern Room, where Street Company hosted their annual Thanks Gala, celebrating years of community support. Plus, exciting news from the Children's Center of the Antelope Valley as they invite the community to the grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony of their new youth building. Stay tuned.
Thank you for watching L28 News. Next, we take you to the Museum of Art and History's Lantern Room, where Street Company hosted this year's Thanks Gala, celebrating their dedicated supporters. Then, we visit the grand opening of the Children's Center of the Antelope Valley's new youth building, which welcomed the community with a festive ribbon-cutting ceremony. On Saturday, November 23rd, the Lantern Room at the Museum of Art and History transformed into a hub of hope and celebration during the Street Company Thanks Gala. With an enchanting view overlooking a boulevard illuminated by city lights, the event welcomed guests in a cozy atmosphere filled with live music, delicious food, beverages, and of course, coffee. The gala featured a silent auction showcasing stunning art pieces and various items, successfully raising funds for Street Company, which proudly supports Caster's Coffee. Jesse Lee, Executive Director of Street Company, shared his insights on the organization's growth and its impactful programs. Let's head to the Lantern Room.
This is fantastic because I remember our organization Street Company started at J. Reynolds Park in 2016, and at the time we did not have anything. It was just a few breads and hams that we started together with homeless people, and now like 6 and 7 years later we're having an amazing event here with so many of our supporters and donors and partners. This feels amazing. So it is very important. First of all, unhoused community is also our community members. They're experiencing homelessness for some reason. There are different reasons they're going through that situation. However, it is very important to remember that there are also our neighbors. So there are different ways of supporting and helping them. Street Company is helping them by creating jobs for them so that they can join our company and discover their talents and explore more potential. They can actually call our office or give us an email, which is info@streetcompany.org. Just give me your name and tell that you want to try working at Street Company. We provide 12-week job readiness program every 3 months. So we accept about 6 to 10 people every 3 months. So once you connect us, give us the contact information, then we put your name on the waiting list. And when the cohort start time comes, we reach back out to you to start the intake process. I want to emphasize that homeless people also has a great talents and skill sets that they can use to create something remarkable. So rather than seeing them as just a problem of the community, I really encourage everybody and suggest that try to think that what we can do together with them. I think that we're going to create an amazing community together.
The highlight of the evening was a powerful panel discussion that left no dry eye in the room, featuring 4 individuals: Marco Van Den Heuvel, General Manager, Tina, Assistant Navigator, Alicia Evans, Program Coordinator, and Josh Tennyson, Senior Technician at Valvoline Express Care, graduates of the program who shared their personal journeys of overcoming homelessness through Street Company's initiative. Each panelist's story highlighted their unique experiences and the transformative paths they took, ultimately leading them to develop valuable skills in coffee roasting, brewing, and serving. Their inspiring narratives underscored the profound impact of the program on their lives. Street Company, along with Marco Van Den Heuvel, General Manager and Head Roaster, received commendations from Senator Scott Wilkes and Catherine Barger's offices in recognition of their dedication to creating employment opportunities for the homeless. Key supporters, including AV Medical Center and Morrison Healthcare Medical Groups, were also acknowledged. In a post-interview, Marco Van Den Heuvel shared his thoughts on the panel discussion, the future ahead, and offered words of encouragement. Let's go back to the Lantern Room.
Normally, when I tell my story, it is in front of a new audience. This time, it's in front of the people that have supported us for our entire journey. So this was a very special moment where we could thank them from the bottom of our heart. In the homeless situation, if you're trying to get into our program, the first thing to do is open your mind and be ready to change. Make sure that you are ready to change, because if you want that change, then if people are in your corner and willing to help you, you will change. Our program, they become part of Street Company and they get our support. We're in their corner. We're helping them with everything. Not only that, we're cheering them on in every situation. And so that helps in your self-confidence and it helps you to move forward.
Sponsors such as LA County Supervisor Barger's office, Destination Lancaster, Waste Management, and Michael O. played a crucial role in the gala's success. Supporting businesses included Fat Boys Taco, Bravery Brewing, and Rio Landon Bistro. Street Company and Castor's Coffee are on a mission to empower the homeless by providing meaningful employment and fostering a supportive community, proving that change is possible, one coffee bean at a time. To learn more, please scan the QR code on the screen.
The Children's Center of Antelope Valley celebrated a significant milestone with the grand opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony for its newly unveiled youth building. The event marked a major achievement in the organization's mission to support and empower the young people of the Antelope Valley. Executive Director Osas Otasuya spoke with L28 about the monumental event, expressing thanks to all those who helped make the day possible, along with how the youth of the AV will be positively impacted. Osas also provided a brief overview of the services and programs provided by the CCAV and shares a message of gratitude to all those who support the organization. Let's take a look.
Super excited. This is a dream come true. We had an idea about a year ago, and to see this be a reality, I am so thankful for the support of the board, the community, our funders, our donors, just everybody that made this possible. Super excited to see young people coming through here, getting prizes, getting food, connected to resources. They're not out there doing something that's not a good thing, because decisions impact our future. They're in here away from the elements and feeling comfortable and wanted, and they're just as excited as we are. So I'm excited. We offer prevention services for children and their families. We also offer treatment services. We're talking behavioral treatment, people who have experienced, some trauma and how to handle them appropriately. And we realized in taking care of these young children that they're getting older every day. And if we say, well, you're 18, goodbye, nature doesn't say, you're 18, goodbye. We know that people have seasons in life, and we created this program here in this place to accommodate that season. So as they transition into being youth, we want to give them the skills, the tips, the tools they need. We want them to feel great about themselves, have an identity, get excited about what they can contribute to society. So from linkage to schools for career readiness, life skills, financial literacy, and also if there's been some impact and we find that they can get past the milestones that people at about that age should be dealing with, then we know there's some issues to address. And of course, that's when our clinicians come in. So if we don't do it, we'll find someone who does, but we want the young people to know we're here for them, and that's a start. I do want to say in closing, a special thank you to Mayor Rex Parris, the city of Lancaster, our elected officials, the support of all and our founders. We would not be here if they had not sacrificed some years ago. So I stand on great shoulders, and I'm very thankful. And I'm going to make sure these young people stand on mine if I can carry the weight. What I do want to say, though, is this. Many times we ask for a manager when there's a problem. We want to report, we want to complain, but we don't always say thank you when things are going well. I do want to say thank you to our mayor. I want to say thank you to our community leaders. I want to say thank you for the sacrifices, the investment in us, the belief in us, and we promise to keep this work going, what they've started, and their investment in us will not be lost. You do not, in my culture, go into a new community and start doing stuff without introducing yourself to the elders. And so I introduced myself to the mayor, and I said, I would not be here, and the agency would not be here if you had not created a space that felt safe for people like me. So I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank the council, the council members, the leadership. It's just an amazing opportunity that have been created in the Lancaster area so that people and agencies can thrive. So thank you.
The ceremony began with remarks praising the center's efforts and highlighting the impact the new facility will have on the community. Representatives from the offices of elected officials presented certificates to the CCAV's Executive Director, Osas Otasuya, recognizing her dedication to bettering the community and her unwavering commitment to the region's youth. Otasuya offered words of encouragement to those who gathered, emphasizing the importance of community collaboration in nurturing and uplifting the next generation. Following the ribbon cutting, attendees explored the youth building, marveling at its thoughtful design and welcoming atmosphere. The facility's features aim to provide a safe and engaging space for young residents to grow and thrive. Guests enjoyed mingling and soaking in the celebratory atmosphere. Adding to the excitement was a lively outdoor party in the back area of the building. Vendor booths from various organizations offer resources and support to the community, while a catering area ensured attendees were well fed throughout the evening. The grand opening of the CCAV's youth building is a testament to the organization's enduring commitment to fostering growth, opportunity, and hope for the children and families of the Antelope Valley. To learn more about the Children's Center of the AV, please scan the QR code shown on screen.
You know what, Akobo, this is a really great addition to the city. It really shows the dedication and heart of CCAV.
No, I love this. It's almost like another community center right along the boulevard, and the event was great. You know, they were offering tons of free resources to the community. They were giving out free dinner. There was a photo booth, so it was really cool to see all the local community come together for a good cause, and I'm excited for the future of the CCAV.
And shout outs to the CCAV for opening up the Center for Kids to Thrive.
Stay tuned after the break. We conclude today's episode by celebrating local student athletes achieving new heights. First, we highlight Naya Price from Antelope Valley High School, who recently signed her National Letter of Intent. Then L28 Sports brings you exciting showdown between Lancaster High School and the Antelope Valley High School as both teams battle to advance in the CIF Southern Section playoffs. Don't miss these inspiring stories.
Congratulations on joining L28's Watch Till the End Club. Next, Antelope Valley High School senior Naya Price, surrounded by family and friends, commits to her future by signing a National Letter of Intent. Then, in a thrilling CIF Southern Section playoff matchup, the Lancaster Eagles soared to a 49-6 victory over the AV Antelopes, advancing further in the tournament. Let's check it out. On November 15th, Antelope Valley High School senior Naya Price experienced a heartwarming and historic moment as she signed her National Letter of Intent to attend UC San Diego, officially becoming a Trident. It takes a village, a phrase echoed throughout the day, highlighted the collective effort involved in supporting young athletes like Naya in achieving success. Thanks to the strong foundation, she is well prepared to thrive at the collegiate level. The signing ceremony was organized by AV's athletic department and featured the vibrant AV drumline to commemorate the occasion. AV's principal, Lisa Schmidt, expressed pride and admiration for Naya's achievements, wishing her continued success as she embarks on her new journey. Naya plans to major in human developmental sciences, reflecting her desire to pursue a career that allows her to give back to the community. Dion Price, a proud father and head coach, is the dad of Naya. As she is his youngest daughter, her achievement holds great significance for the Price family. Here's Coach Price with more.
The moment is great, man. As a dad, this is one of the moments you look for, especially if you're into sports and you do the type of things that we do. So, like I said earlier, this just didn't start yesterday or the day before. This has been a process for a long time and some years. So to actually have the opportunity and have it all come to light is a beautiful situation, a beautiful feeling. You know what? She has the mentality already. Keep the mentality. Just turn up the volume a little bit. It's the same thing she's been doing, but just at a different level. The speed is a little faster. The ladies are a little stronger, but she'll get faster, she'll get stronger, and she'll step up to the plate. So just continue to grow and, I guess, meet the match. You know what I mean? Meet them halfway. Nia Parris will be going to UC San Diego. You know what? It just felt like home. For some time now, just building a relationship with the Triton family. And Heidi, she's awesome. We love the whole coaching staff. It just felt like home. It felt like that was the right thing. You know, sometimes you eat a good meal or there's something that you accomplish and you do, and it's just like, oh, that was great. That's how this particular process was. It was not hard. It was easy, and it was God's plan. So it's working itself out. Just believe in yourself. Believe in the process. Don't quit. If you really want something and you're determined to go after it, let that be your drive. Don't quit. Grind, grind, grind. Work for it. Wait for that light to shine, and eventually, when that light shines, hopefully it shines like this.
Standing tall at 6'2", Nia's physicality and dynamic skills will be an asset for the Tritons, and they'll win her to create mismatches by posting up smaller guards. Adding to the excitement of this milestone, L28 visited Antelope Valley High School to speak with the senior sensation herself, Nia Parris.
Well, today we're here for my signing day. I committed and signed to UC San Diego to play basketball. It's just amazing. I can't describe the feeling. Like, I'm happy. I'm ready to go out there and work and, you know, continue to put on for my city and my family. It's just amazing. Like, I worked so hard to get here. So many blood, sweat, and tears. Times I wanted to quit, but, you know, this is just a testimony to show that, like, don't give up. As long as you keep working at your goals, you could accomplish anything you want to accomplish. It takes a village, like they say, it takes a village, and everybody who's here today supported me, all my family, my dad, my mom, my sisters, brothers, nephews, uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters, everybody. Like, they played a big part in my life and helped me get to this point. I would not be out here without them. It feels like a family. When I went down last year and tore my ACL, they stuck with me. They gave me the feeling like they weren't going to turn their back on me, and they just stuck with me through the whole way. So, I mean, it was only right for me to go with them. It's like a family, and I really appreciate them, and they're truly a blessing. And they just show me that at the end of the tunnel, there is a light, so don't ever give up on your dreams. AV, thank you guys for helping me be here today. If you're a young lady out there watching me, you could accomplish your goals, you could accomplish your dreams. Never let no one tell you what you can't do. If you want to do something, just keep working hard, go at it with all your might, and you'll accomplish it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys supporting me in UC San Diego, and go Tritons.
You know what, Joe? Fun fact, my mom was actually a UCSD Triton. So big shout out to Nia Parris. We're excited to see what she does in her future endeavors as a Triton.
Absolutely, and congratulations to the Price family again on this new journey.
The Lancaster High School Eagles secured a historic victory Friday night, clinching their first ever Golden League championship with a decisive 49-6 win over the Antelope Valley Antelopes. The Eagles, who finished undefeated in league play at 7-0, hold an impressive 8-2 record overall, dominated the regular season finale from the first play. On the opening drive, junior Arthur Turner set the tone with the thrilling 58-yard touchdown run, propelling the Eagles to an early 29-0 lead by the end of the first quarter. Turner continued his standout performance with 2 punt return touchdowns, a 50-yard score late in the first quarter, and a 45-yard run early in the second. His contributions gave Lancaster an impressive 41-0 lead by halftime. Just as impressive was junior quarterback Jason Wilson, who also added to the score, completing all 6 passes for 96 yards, including touchdown throws to senior Torrey Bolds and junior Jaheim Redmond. But it wasn't just the offense leading the way, as the Lancaster defense also shined, led by seniors Armani Cortez Castillo and Simone Smith, who pressured Antelope Valley's offense and contributed to the Eagles' defensive stronghold. After clinching another Golden League championship, we caught up with L28 Sports Player of the Game, junior Arthur Turner, along with head coach Jermaine Lewis. They shared insights on their impressive performance and their expectations for the upcoming playoffs.
You just made history. First time undefeated. You're officially the champs of the Golden League. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels great, just kind of see all the hard work these boys put in, coaching staff, especially my coordinators, week in, week out, putting the game plan together offensively and defensively.
We were able to show our viewers some highlights from the game of last week, having that 17-14 win with Highland. How did you make sure your boys stayed focused, even though they felt like they got that big win last week?
Well, it's definitely a big win, which guaranteed us at least a share of the title. But, every week is something different in what we're playing for. It's no... people know where I came from last year, and they know what was like on the line and stuff. Of playing my alma mater and my former team that I coached. There was going to be a lot of emotions and stuff. So I was telling them, you got to be prepared exactly for them, because they're going to come and they're going to come with it and play with passion. So I'm glad my boys matched that passion, that energy, and we was able to pull it out.
Arthur, what was running through your mind once you got that fourth touchdown in? Because I know you were hyped for the 3, but the fourth, what happened?
I don't know. It was just feeling amazing. I put it because, I just seen it was biting, so I put it. I cut back, and then I see nothing but daylight. As soon as I scored that first touchdown, I knew Coach J. Lou was going to put me out. But it still felt amazing because, 4 touchdowns in one game, it's just something spectacular.
Absolutely. You had an amazing game tonight, and you've had a great season, but it doesn't take one player to win a historical season. It takes a whole team. So is there anything that you want to say to your teammates before you step into playoffs?
One thing I want to say is we did amazing for the whole season. Best defense, best offense. It's what made us undefeated in the Golden League. Got the first ever Golden League championship in history. It just feels amazing. Now, next is just to win championship with the best team I could ever have.
Antelope Valley, though determined, struggled offensively. Senior Jair Alexander's 47-yard touchdown run in the final moments was their only score, capping off a tough night. With Lancaster's playoff journey ahead, the team's remarkable season promises even more thrilling moments as they eye a CIF championship. To stay up to date with the latest in local high school football this season and to catch the next L28 Sports live stream, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more.
Well, shout outs to the Lancaster Eagles for winning the Golden League, and thank you for tuning to the City of Lancaster's news. I'm Joseph Leo.
And I'm Jacobo Garrido, and this has been L28 News.